Going live. If you can, share on your social. But
gotta find the
not you again.
What's a social?
What's a social?
Who socials? What is this? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so let's
Something
see.
went wrong. We're having trouble playing this video.
Copy link. Apparently, I'm going to Discord to send to you, Vince.
That works.
There you go. There's your link.
All right. I can share it on my fake socials.
Almost. Hi, everybody that's watching this now, but we're still talking, so give me a second.
If you're there. Oh, wow. It does say many people are here. It says more
right.
than one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, right?
How many of them are just us?
Probably all three of them.
Okay. I think we'll be good.
Anyone watch Jimmy Neutron?
Y'all ready? 5, 4, 3.
Maniacs, this is a fantastic time to be alive. We have fantastic people in the room, and I am a fantastic host. On this fantastic podcast, you have reached salttier episode 4. Shut up. Salttier episode 47. And this is Soundcasting Network's very own video game podcast, where your argument is
Potatoes.
Oh, the argument is potatoes. We are coming to you live from Studio 212 here in South Lake Union, Seattle, Washington, the Pacific Northwest of the United States of America, Earth. And we are brought to you today by Voodoo Ranger, specifically New Belgium Brewing. Thank you very kindly. Thank you. Sage Bell's holding up right now on the stream.
Yeah, we have a new one on this.
This is the Imperial IPA.
It's a nice turquoisey green color. Depends if you're colorblind or not.
It's slapping pretty hard. I assume it's slapping pretty hard.
It is.
It is a
9%.
Ooh. And if you're curious, this is an employee-owned brewery based out of North Carolina and Colorado. Thank you, Lauren. They're B Corp certified. And remember, in a world for ordinary IPAs, Voodoo Ranger saves the day. Woo! Thank you, New Belgium. And before I do introductions around the table, I want to introduce the Emperor Lotte, the Prince of Parmesan, and the Regent of Rigatoni. This is Keith the Boogie! Woo! And what a week. We got to get into it because we got a lot of talking to do, and not all of it is nice. Much of it is not nice.
It's going to be salty.
Yeah, salty, right?
It's going to be super salty. So here on episode 47 of Salttier Podcast, I'm going to introduce myself. I am at Loud and Brown. At Loud and Brown on Instagram and Twitter. I am Gross Stuff with a PH. On mostly PS4 and a little bit of Steam. Steam happens. It's happened twice.
What's a Steam?
The entire time you've had a computer?
Yeah. Twice. And this
week... It's been
week,
a year.
Yeah, I know. This week I play a little bit of Tekken. And I think that's it. I haven't touched Street Fighter or Overwatch this week. And I've been kind of busy with music. And I've been kind of busy with YouTube. Does that count?
Just uploading our podcast on YouTube?
No, me yelling at London with a Y to upload our podcast on YouTube. But she did it. Thank you, London. With a Y.
I figure you could just ignore her while she uploads and play video games.
No, I could. No, I got to breathe on her neck and be like, do it now. Oh. Okay. And so hopefully there's a more exciting update to my left. We have
a less exciting update, actually.
A more exciting. Oh, no.
Hi, it's Sage Bell on most platforms. If you can't find that, add the word model somewhere in there. I don't know. My computer started to do some weird stuff, so I had to troubleshoot it because I was trying to open Overwatch because I'm doing a cosplay from Overwatch for BlizzCon, and it kept shutting down within 5 minutes, and all I was doing was opening the game to get a turnaround of the character. I literally just needed to see the character in real time with the accurate colors, and my computer kept turning off. So I troubleshot my computer to a point to where I figured out the problem was more than one thing. One of my two fans, but they're on the same cable, was loose, and so I had to tighten that, plug it in deeper. Get in deeper. And Also, the graphics card needed the app installed to work, which I didn't know the graphics card needed an app. When
That's
did
some tech talk.
When did we get to this point in the world?
I don't know, Vince. When did we? Oh, sorry.
When did
DARKAIN.
thing? To my left. I guess he can answer that.
Well, real quick. Did you troubleshoot your computer or did you just shoot your computer?
Did I not add the trouble?
You did, but I'm asking for clarification to
Oh.
verify.
I mean, I did strip my computer. I didn't shoot it, but I did rip its clothes off.
Cool.
Hey.
All right, and down here at the end, I am Vince. If you look on the internets, find some DARKAINs. Every now and then you might have to add an MX to it if somebody steals my name because they don't like me. Because that happens.
Oh no, it's BMX for bikes. That's to be like for bikes.
Yeah, I'm DARKAIN MX. It's kind of like, BMX for bikes, or if you're a really, really old computer nerd, gaming nerd back in the day, the GeForce MX series, if you're that old. There was a couple other MXs with other products. I think AMD had an MX at one point. This is all like 20 years ago, though. I'm a really, really old gamer.
I'm not old enough to understand.
So speaking about my rig, though, because you're on that topic, and everybody loves hearing about hardware and all the cool stuff. The past week or so, I've been throwing together my brand new rig, getting ready for PDX LAN. So
Hey, which we'll talk about more.
yeah. But the rig itself, though, it's really, really fun because I'm the first person in like my little group of friends that I game with the most that now has an RTX ray tracing card. And oh my god, is Quake RTX pretty, but still stupid to play.
Hey, Brittany Quinn, do you have an RTX on your tower? Comment in the chat. But hi, Brittany Quinn. Hi. I do not have ray tracing. I have an Apple laptop.
It is beautiful, and a lot of people at PDX LAN have already said they're going to spend more time on my rig than their own. I'm really, really excited for this because that's half the reason I'm putting it together, is just to experiment and play around with like little tech toys more than actually just playing games, because who actually plays games? I mean, that's dumb.
But how much more beautiful is was it called Gang Beasts? The gang fight one where you're just a noodle.
I haven't tried yet.
Because I think that would be
You've
so
never played Gang Beasts?
No, I've played it. I just don't know how much more beautiful it is. On
I
the
just
system.
I just want to know if it's like more ridiculous but also beautiful at the same time.
Where's Russ to complain about frame rate and...
I know what you just discussed is perfect for us.
That's the other thing that I love about this rig is I bought a brand new monitor, my first new monitor in over a decade.
He doesn't have a spare.
I don't. I'm sorry. You asked and I said no because I'm a meanie.
I use a TV.
But having that nice, sweet 165 refresh rate, 165 hertz, is so freaking gorgeous when you're just moving the mouse cursor around in Windows and it actually looks like it's moving and not just jumping. I don't know about games because I don't play games. I've never played a game in my life.
Oh, you mean like in Photoshop when you're trying to edit and your mouse is 10 seconds delayed behind your edit?
That won't happen ever again on this rig.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah. Photoshop is my favorite game, except it's not.
It's for
Photoshop's one of my
professionals.
favorite games.
I think we all use it.
I'm too salty at Adobe still.
As we should, and that'll also be a topic because Activision Blizzard is not the only ones under fire. Obviously.
Bang bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Bang like the drink?
Ba-
I went with Ariana and Nicki Minaj and...
Who?
What, Nicole? What about Nicole?
Nicki Grande, Ariana Minaj.
And Jessie J. Bang bang into the room. You know you want.
Do not know.
Dun, dun.
I mean, I know.
Older.
I know. I'm hip.
Like within the last 8 years older.
Yeah, man. Britney, bitch.
That's like 15 to 20 years ago.
I'm old.
That was a while ago, dude.
All right, and now that we're all introduced, we talked about our lovely soundcasting network that is hosting us. Thanks again, Keith the Boogie. Woo! We got another thing that we got to talk about right at the top of the... We got a board here. I was going to say screen, but a board.
Whiteboard.
Yeah, salttier has combined our powers with Mikey Likey from Craving Amazing, and we are throwing bonus round, which is a monthly fighting game tournament currently being held at Trinity Nightclub.
Woohoo!
Woo! And a lot of it has to do with Keith and Bobby and Mikey, and absolutely Goon is like taking the reins on this. Goon
Oh, yeah, he
PNW.
is. He's been doing a lot.
And last month was awesome. We got, I guess it's this month. This month we had a smaller scene, but a really tight scene. And we had some of the best players of Unist, which is Under Night into Birth. Wait.
No.
Unist, Under Night into...
Under Night in Birth.
In Birth.
I have no idea where the S came from.
Into
ST.
Birth.
Because it's Unist, the expansion added an ST somehow. Sorry, I'm the worst at it. Hey, Charlotte. How you doing? But Unist was very successful. $300 pot got distributed pretty well. Put it this way, third place walks at 50. But next month, and this is going to be a little more widespread, we are doing Tekken 7! Woo! Officially announced right now. We're doing a bonus round Tekken edition, bonus round 2, Tekken edition, and this will be November 23rd at Trinity Nightclub. Once again, we got a prize pool of $300 distributed amongst just the first, second, and third place. $5 to spectate, $10 for entry, and we're gonna figure out some parking situations. That was a kind of a thing last time, and keep in contact. You can follow us on Twitter. There's now a bonus round Twitter, or salttier will be also pushing out all the information, and we'll keep you posted. But this is our first big announcement here at salttier. I highly recommend to just enter, because what's another $5 to just jump in this tournament pool? It's gonna be fun. I think me and Sagewell are gonna enter, like we did at Evo.
Yeah.
We may not win anything, but we're gonna have a lot of fun.
We might compete against each other,
Oh,
and then he'll absolutely destroy me.
I don't know. It depends. It depends on what mood I am.
How sober you are.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are drinks?
The more alcohol he has, the better he is.
Andrew Koch loves Tekken. Oh, you be out in the first game? No, you can't be out in the first game because it's double elimination. You will get 2
gotta go 0 for 2.
games minimum. Isn't that magical? It is magical.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So question about that.
Fire away.
Is any of that pool money going to go into the sound effects for the game? Because last time I played Tekken, they still only had one sound effect for everybody getting hit.
Nope.
Just who.
And then you
So
gotta
you need to play
change the
more.
octave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just slightly modify it, but this is literally just like one sound effect for every single character getting hit in the game.
So just to clarify, everybody, we're talking about the Tekken series by Namco. It's based out of Japan. It's a fighting game. It's 3D. It has been around for quite a while, and they've had a lot of updates. Most notably for me, which is something you might like if your hoodie has anything to do with it, a lot of characters from different parts of the world, and they actually speak their native tongues in Tekken,
Yeah.
which is dope. That said, Josie from the Philippines does not speak Tagalog, and I'm a little upset at that. But you do hear a lot of other languages in it, and I find that magical. I find it absolutely amazing. So we'll see everybody November 23rd at Trinity Nightclub. Bonus round.
How big of an entry pool should we have before I start cosplaying at the events?
Oh, I mean, once it gets past 32 people, we literally have to figure out a different tournament bracket system.
Well, because I have Tekken cosplay. That's the only reason why I'm like, all right, only if it's
Here's the
Tekken.
thing. I think that maybe this first time we'll hold off on the cosplay,
Yeah.
but Tekken will be back around.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Tekken will be
Like,
back.
relatively soon. So it's not like we're just only going to have one chance.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've already competed in my cosplay, so it's been tested.
Woo!
It's been safety pinned on me and played in.
Good job.
My zipper broke the day I put the dress on at
I
con.
mean, that's cosplay at a convention.
is.
That's how that works. I mean, isn't that a rule?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you dealt with many cosplayers, DARKAIN? Have you talked to like one or two?
What's a cosplay?
A Kaz play, you know, like
Cosplay.
Kazunoko, the FGC player. It's when he plays video games.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
no,
so,
that
so
was-
you're like that. You dress up as him.
Yes. But moving on, we got to hit news. Oh my God, is that seriously the first news?
Which one? Which
You
one?
wrote it down.
You-
Oh yeah, actually I forgot about this sub intro. Hashtag DARKAIN, where you been? Hashtag welcome to Seattle. DARKAIN officially lives in Seattle proper now.
Hell yeah! Woo!
He is a resident of Queen Anne.
Literally just right around the corner from the Soundcasting
walked
Network.
here.
It's pretty great.
No, I
You
didn't.
walked? Oh, I was about to say
It was raining. I took an Uber. All right.
Yeah.
I walked from my car.
I walked like the 30 feet from the Uber because I didn't want to walk in the rain tonight. I'm sorry, guys. It's fall in Seattle.
Derek took a taxi. It's cool.
All right.
I took a cab.
Kiev.
Yep.
I took a cab. But we're moving on to the first topic, and I'm going to kick this off to you two, because you might have something to say about Activision Blizzard. What's in the news? Tell me some updates. How are you treating it? Are you doing anything different? Just take it.
Well, first off, let's just do a quick little recap because there's been a lot of stuff changing on a daily basis, and it's slowed down in the past couple days. But
It has. It's gone extreme, and then it's gone like, oh, well, maybe we'll backtrack a little.
yeah, so basically, like the one player got axed, the two casters got axed, then the two casters got unaxed. The one player got a lesser ban. He got his money back. But even if he didn't get his money back, another company actually stepped up and was offering to pay him anyway. So he would have the money regardless. But that's like last week's news, right? That's the stuff that's already happened, right?
So more than one player got axed?
No, one player got axed,
Oh.
but both of the casters also got axed for casting.
I thought they quit. Okay.
Specifically,
It's hard
they're
to keep
called,
track, guys.
We talked about this last week. They are hype casters. They are not the same thing as the broadcasters or the commentators. They are people doing what? Post-match, like, hype interviews and just getting excited and doing reactions. That's an actual job. Yo, Mark Sumner, I'm looking at you. Your job is to just be hype about something. Hi, Stephanie. Hey, kids. Woo! Also, welcome to Seattle proper.
Yes, welcome
Stephanie.
to Seattle, Stephanie.
What is... Oh, Echo Moonjumper, right?
Yeah.
Echo Moonjumper
No.
is...
Echo
in,
Jumper.
I think it's
Echo
just
Jumper.
Echo Jumper.
Echo Jumper.
I mean, she can moon you in her process, but
Hey,
I don't think that's her biz.
Welcome to the chat. We are talking Blizzard Activision. Continue.
For the moment.
DARKAIN.
Anyway, so there's been a couple things that I've been seeing floating around the internet that are just flat, not based on truth, that are just based on people speculating, and that I just wanted to clarify a little bit on.
Would you include that in cancel culture?
Kind of.
Okay.
But anyway, a lot of people are like relating this to Tencent's ownership of Blizzard, which is completely wrong. Like Tencent has less than a 5% stake in Blizzard. And so everyone's saying, oh, well, Tencent has the stake in Blizzard, therefore that's why they're doing all this stuff for China. So let's take a step back, and I'm going to bring up two very key points on why that's not true, but there's actually another bigger thing that's going on. Tencent has over a 40% stake in Epic Games.
Truth.
Epic Games, what is his name? Todd Sweeney or whatever the hell that
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Whoever the
No,
CEO
you had
is.
it right. It was Sweeney Todd.
Yeah. The CEO of Epic came out and said, "Yeah, not in this house. Players can say whatever the hell they want."
Woo!
And so when you look at the percentages, why would a 4% stake in Blizzard say no, but a 40% in Epic say yes?
You can continue, but I have words. Continue.
No, and I have words too, and I'm going to explain that in a second. So on that grounds, it wasn't Tencent who was making this call in China, but that's not to say that that's the only stake in China for Blizzard. And that's what I wanted to correct on the internet. Everyone's trying to give Tencent a bad name, and it's not actually them, as from what I can tell from everything I've researched. Tencent is just kind of getting their name dragged in the mud, but there's another company that people already hate, but they forgot that they hate. That's actually, I believe, the one pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Continue.
This company's name is called NetEase, so NETEASE. If people don't remember the controversy, does anybody remember the quote or close quote? You do own a cell phone, right?
Yes.
They're the developer of the Diablo mobile game. But beyond that, they are also the exclusive publisher of all Blizzard games in China. Very huge stake in Blizzard. Versus Tencent is just an investor. NetEase is the publisher of Blizzard games for all of China, the largest gaming market in the entire world. So, which company do you think actually has a stake in what's being said in these tournaments? The publisher of the game, or just some other minority investor? So there's a lot going on with NetEase that's really, really quiet, and Blizzard's been trying to keep their name out of it because they got so much crap at BlizzCon last year for announcing a mobile game when everybody wanted new Diablo 4.
And our lovely, lovely intern just gave us a news article from Abacus News that had reported on this on the 18th, which is just 2 days ago. So they give us... Oh, and the author is Josh Ye. So that'll give us... Oh, wow, look at... That's a lot of information. Thank you, London. Thank you, London.
There is speculation that at BlizzCon, since we're on the topic, or should I wait?
Oh, about the actual Diablo 4?
Yeah,
Spoilers.
like that. There might be a Diablo 4 coming out instead.
If they don't, I mean, think of how much rioting there's going to be, and they're not even Riot Games.
Like,
Y'all,
I was going to do a Diablo cosplay, but then I had to move, so that kind of kicked off on having to move all your shit and set up again. So that takes 3 weeks out of your.
Oh, by the Epic guy's name was Tim Sweeney, not Todd Sweeney.
He was close.
I was
Sweeney
close.
Todd. It was
Yeah.
Sweeney
He
Todd.
just
Yeah.
slices necks for fun.
Yeah, I mean, it is literally Epic Games and Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite has sliced how many teenagers' necks?
Oh, Jesus.
This got dark.
But, yes.
It is Halloween. It's that time of year.
It's spoopy season. We can make it creepy.
That's it. That said, NetEase, definitely one of the culprits, not so much Tencent.
Yeah, so just on a personal, slightly less gaming side of it, Tencent is a giant conglomerate, by the way. They're not just gaming. They have so many different things they do. And with me being like a software engineer, I just want to say that Tencent has some of the best damn software engineers in the world. But that doesn't excuse anything they might be doing in China that's, politically motivated, which I don't agree with. Just like how I always, give Facebook credit. Facebook has some of the best damn engineers here in North America, but I still hate most of what that company's doing as a business. So it's kind of that same ground where there's the engineering side and the moralistic side, and they're completely opposing. But honestly, I don't think Tencent's really involved with the Blizzard thing that much. I really think it's NetEase, and the wrong name is getting dragged through the mud.
I will understand that. Do you have words here, Sage? Belle?
No.
No? No, that was such a quiet no.
Oh, there is one other thing, by the way. It's kind of in between this and BlizzCon. It applies to both. The Hong Kong Overwatch World Cup team has officially declared they are still competing.
Ooh.
Nice.
I will be going to some of their games, and I may or may not have bought a T-shirt just to go to their games.
Yeah, baby.
So, are we attending any during con?
That's where the tournament is.
Do we have to have a separate ticket?
No.
Or we can just go and
It's
show
just
up?
one of the rooms. You know how they had the... Oh,
Cool. So
wait,
I've
you
never
haven't,
been.
You haven't been to BlizzCon.
I'm
okay.
a virgin.
So, that's right. So at BlizzCon, they have like a collection of stages.
Yes,
And each stage
yes.
is dedicated to a game. Your ticket in gets you access everywhere. You just have to wait in line, which is the thing that sucks. So you may not actually get a seat.
Sounds like PAX.
Yeah. But all of the stages, unlike PAX, there's like probably 1,000+ seats per stage. Like they're actual like theater seating.
And we're covered for whatever the concert is that we
Yes,
don't know?
the concert is on every stage actually.
But do we know the concert yet?
Actually, no. I don't think they've announced
We
that yet.
are a little over a week out, so we're like
This is the
10
closest.
days?
This is the closest they've ever come to delaying the announcement.
I think partially because of all of the
the drama
other
right now.
drama, so they're going to probably wait closer to last minute to tell us who we're going to see.
How much you want to bet it was a Chinese band they just canceled?
But we have so many good. It'd be really weird, like if
What's
it was
that?
just someone who was like super famous currently, because they always do older artists, right?
No, last year they actually did something unique where they had 3 separate artists simultaneously on different stages.
Oh, I thought they had Weird Al last year. Or was that 2 years
No.
ago?
No, that was a couple years ago. Last year was they had Lindsey Sterling.
Ooh.
That one actor guy who's also a DJ. I can't remember his name.
Hoarder.
Yeah, him.
Okay.
They had him, and then I believe there was a third act somewhere else that somebody I didn't know at all.
Sweet.
I specifically went to Lindsey Sterling's stage because I've always wanted to see her live, so that was really awesome. Yeah. But yeah, they have not announced the act acts for this year yet.
I should just continue the rock side of things and not the
Well, usually that's what they've done in
Yeah,
the past
that's-
because they've
Blink
had
182.
which was actually the worst concert I've ever been to in my life. The only concert I ever walked out of. It was terrible, actually.
They got Blink 182 last year?
No, it
No,
was a couple years ago.
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the year after that, they apologized because the concert was so bad. They apologized and they brought in Metallica.
Oh, okay. So they did Blink 182, Metallica, and then they did Weird Al.
No, and then Linkin Park, and
Linkin Park. Okay.
and then Linkin Park, and then they went to Weird Al, which was
Okay.
a really really odd change. for them.
that's a super weird change.
Yeah.
Also,
And
I love me some Weird Al Yankovic.
And then after Weird Al, they brought in Muse, and then the last year was when they did the Lindsey Sterling Hordor and the
Someone
triple act.
attends conventions.
Hey.
Wait, what, I don't know what a cosplay is at all.
And moving on to Riot.
But we will move. Are
Yeah,
we
let's
moving
go to
on?
Riot.
Now, speaking of controversy, let's take a hop, skip, and a jump over to Riot,
Who is 100% owned.
who is 100% owned by Tencent.
Yes.
I have a fun fact about Tencent. I never read it as Tencent and thought it was like Tennyson.
Yeah, like,
Honestly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I could be wrong. I mean, it's a Chinese company. Who knows?
like David Tennant, the 11th Doctor.
David Tennant.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant.
Close enough.
I leave it to the girl to be offended, right?
Hey. But Riot is 100% owned, and very conveniently, after the backlash of Blizzard, they announced was it a team MOBA style shooter, a card game, and then not really directed at Blizzard, but a fighting game.
There was more than 3 games they announced, I thought.
Yeah, there was a lot, and we talked
Basically,
about...
every genre Blizzard has plus fighting.
Yeah.
They just added that one extra one on the end.
And it's they apparently the card game looks amazing.
Aren't they all in the same character universe as League of Legends?
I believe they are.
So and didn't they also announce either a TV show or a movie at the same time?
Yeah, a animated series.
Yeah. So
Someone called it anime, but I'm like, it's not anime.
well, it's semantics at that point.
Semantics.
It's an animated show.
Erroneous.
They're
Erroneous.
they're doing a little bit of everything, and honestly, I'm really expecting Blizzard to announce an Overwatch movie or TV series at BlizzCon.
Yeah, not Overwatch 2.
Well, there might be an Overwatch 2 because
I mean,
There was a huge leak
that there might be doing.
But what if it's not even a leak?
Yeah, but it's the person that last year, all this I believe he's a streamer. About an hour before Blizzard had their first presentation, he just posted ash, 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 ash. And then the next tweet was Western, sniper style character has
Basically,
an assist. Like basically
somebody
called-
sitting like backstage posting stuff before it's going live.
Yeah.
Fighter, character shooter, MMO, dungeon crawler, card game, and an anime.
Damn.
And the shooter is its own universe, according to Stephanie.
Thank you, Echo Jumper.
So literally everything Blizzard makes plus a fighting game.
Tight. Well, cool. Well, so let's see if any of that holds sand. The thing everybody needs to understand about what Riot does currently is all of these are assumed to be free to play, which is the thing that sets it different. There is no successful fighting game out there that is free to play. Not currently.
Is there even a free-to-play fighting game?
There are free to play models for some of them, and there were some, like indie games. But like the big 5, if I were to say, Tekken, Street Fighter, I don't know, Mortal
Soul.
Kombat,
Yeah, Mortal Soul.
Cal, none
Smash.
of those are free to play.
Skullgirls is not free-to-play, but they do have a new game coming out this fall season.
I'm excited about it. But
It's hard.
we will see. I'm excited. That whole free to play thing would stir the pot a lot because that's something that's kind of rough for the FGC. Is like maybe you could put some light on this, DARKAIN, but the way that fighting games are coded, it's just not as easy. Well, not easy. It's just different than doing MOBAs and shooters where so much information is there.
Well, it's the business model actually doesn't really make that much different on the programming side.
Okay.
The thing to remember is that every time there's new content, regardless if you purchase it or not, just like with DLC today, you still have to download it because you may be matched up against somebody who has it.
Sure.
So
okay.
your copy of the game, regardless of the business model, has to have the content of every possible outcome, regardless if you own it or not. That was actually kind of a controversy back when DLC first started. Remember back when Soul Calibur had what was it, Yoda in it?
Yeah.
And Darth Vader?
Yes.
The characters were
Isn't that
physically on the
GameCube?
disc. It wasn't even DLC. You were literally
PlayStation.
like paying for an unlock code. And it's
Okay.
like the whole idea of DLC was
PlayStation.
supposed to be expansions because back in the day, games had expansions where a company was like, hey, we like this game. We released it. Now we're going to add some new content to it after it based on consumer feedback and whatnot. But then all of a sudden this DLC model came out where it's like, hey, let's just bundle the extra content on the disc and just develop it ahead of time and just make people pay more for the same game.
Doesn't Street Fighter just roll out new characters and you don't have to pay for it?
There's different models in Street Fighter where you can play and get fight bucks or whatever they call them,
Yeah.
and then with a certain number of fight bucks, you can buy a character, or you can just outright pay with real money.
So
It
we
has
talked
both.
about this on a previous episode.
Well,
Yeah.
because of when we were at
Fight money. That's what they call it. It's fight money.
Yeah.
when we were at Evo, and they were saying no charge to the player, and it was Street Fighter. We didn't have to pay for the new content.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
Oh, so-
because I knew everything else we have to pay for season passes, Soul Calibur and Tekken. But
So
Street
they
Fighter,
stopped the season pass thing. That's kind of what happened. This is actually a longer discussion. That's semantics right now.
That's
but
fair.
First 2 seasons they did season passes where you get all 5 characters. Now you just DLC the characters. So yes, you could pay for them, but every technical and actual like playable aspect of Street Fighter can be purchased with fight money.
Yes.
Every character.
And
the
you can-
stages don't matter because all the stages in Street Fighter are the same. In Tekken, stages are different. That's
right,
the thing
because
that's
you
different.
interact with them, whereas in
Yeah,
Street Fighter
some have
you don't.
walls, some have breakable
Yep.
areas. So that's kind of a coin toss on how you think about that. With Street Fighter,
They're just skins.
yeah, but epic and simple mods you can buy with fight money, but everything legendary is actual in-world money only. Like
That's
if
the
you-
costumes and stuff like that, right?
If you want the really nice stuff, that's $4, $8 here and there. With Tekken, I think most cosmetics can be purchased with in-game money.
Yes, but not the characters.
The characters you have to buy with
Yeah.
real money. So it's like a kind of a weird way to go about it. Or it could be Overwatch, where you spend your money on the original game only, and 3 years running now, every stage and every character is free.
Yep. And then you can optionally pay for loot boxes to get more money and skins and random stuff.
But they
or
don't even allow you to buy individual items.
Correct.
You can't.
you can buy it with
But
in-game money.
They may be getting rid of that because of the legal pressure they're getting in over in Europe right now. Like,
Yeah.
loot
Because
boxes.
it's gambling.
Yeah, loot boxes are being ruled as gambling in some countries, and so right now loot boxes are actually turned off, I believe, in a couple European countries already. And it may get to the point where the entire system has to be redone. And that's one of the weird areas where, as much as we may or may not like fight money or those other systems, they're playing within the legal systems that these countries
They're
are
more
setting up.
transparent.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Way more transparent. You want this. This is how much this costs. I know a couple people that are like, hey, I just want pajama. That's all I want to buy. And I don't have enough in-game money, and I'm not going to buy these freaking loot boxes. And
But playing the game naturally does give you the boxes, too.
you can do that in like what? Not even a couple days.
You can do it in a day.
Yeah, with Overwatch?
3,000?
In a day.
Well, the thing is, like, the more you play the game, if you get duplicate items, they translate into money automatically.
That's very true.
Plus, you have one of the random items you can get in a loot box is just straight money.
That's true.
And if you play in their arcade realm, you can every 3 games that you win a loot
Another
box
loot box.
You get bonus ones, and there's
for 3 loot boxes.
and
Yeah.
they have other things where they give you bonus boxes. They have extra bonus boxes for each of the events. And
I can
different modes.
hear Von Shady clenching his fists as we're talking about this.
He's doing the Arthur clench.
Yeah, can you guys see my hoodie in that camera? I don't like Overwatch at all. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. So, Maniacs, we got to move on because we're going to talk about Overwatch and BlizzCon and everything a little bit
Riot
later.
Forever.
And Riot Forever. But we need to move on to the other 2 soft topics, hashtag news topics. We are going to Google Stadia, and Vince Rance has some words about that.
This is actually going to be a very quick topic, just because there was a very minor, like, little sub-note in their announcement this week. Stadia at launch will not work over cell mobile networks. The whole point of Stadia, their whole gimmick was play anywhere.
What is Stadia?
Stadia is Google's new streaming game service where the games run on their cloud servers and they just stream the video to you, and you send the you do the inputs and they send it back to their servers. So you can use it on any system. You can use it on an Android, an iOS, Windows, Mac, Linux, anything, right?
We love you, Stephanie.
You can run it in your browser. You can run it in like a Chrome browser, specifically optimized for it and stuff, which is really cool. But if you're running on a cell phone and you're using mobile data rather than Wi-Fi, you can't use it. They're not allowing you at first.
Oh.
Even if you have like a Google Pixel
Yes.
and a Google plan?
They specifically said Google Pixel 4 will not do it.
Is it because it just gobbles up too much data? Like, you could
No,
obviously do
they-
it on Wi-Fi.
From everything I've seen, they did not give a reason, and I think I know what it is, just being a techie person. It's the fact that they don't want bad publicity on launch day, and cell signals naturally have a variable latency. It's not consistent. Like,
Okay.
at least when you're on your own Wi-Fi, you're going to get consistently the same, like, 5 millisecond, 15 millisecond, 20 millisecond, whatever ping, like almost every packet, because you're on your own controlled network. But when you're on the cell network, you're on a shared network with other people. Whereas as soon as like you're playing a game, somebody else like goes and downloads a file real quick or opens a picture or something like that, and you may be delayed like one whole second. And with normal web browsing, you're not going to notice. Streaming videos, you're not going to notice because videos buffer. But when you're playing a real-time game, you need like such low latency that it would just stutter and people would complain, and that would give bad press on day one, and they don't want it. So anything that would give them bad press, they're going to have disabled. So they're going to make you have good hardware, good connections, because that's also why at launch it's only going to work, I think, on the Pixel 3 and Pixel 4. I don't even think the Pixel 2 will support it, because they only want the best of the best experience so they get good press, and that's all it is. It's just BS marketing campaign stuff.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I almost always have my Pixel on data, never Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wi-Fi kind of sucks in a lot of places.
Yeah, it's especially cafes.
It's
And it
it's a mixed bag, yeah.
Well, because assholes like playing League at a freaking Victrola. I'm like, hey, stop eating up the bandwidth. That game is awful. Yeah, come at me, Skylar. I said it.
Fight.
Fight. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Skylar's not watching. He's at practice.
Yeah, so that's just a little interesting tidbit I wanted to share out there about Stadia. Otherwise, nothing else has really changed. It's going to come out. People are going to play games on it. Like I said, I haven't touched Stadia myself yet, but I've used the NVIDIA Shield.
They had a really great booth at PAX, man.
Yeah, but NVIDIA's streaming service was great. I loved it when I was on my gigabit internet connection, so I'm sure anybody with decent internet is going to love Stadia. So that's that. It's going to be great if you have the right equipment.
Okay, truth.
Anyway, that's it for that.
All right, and moving on to really the thing everybody came here for. Bathwater Bay. Can Sagebell please talk about what the F is even happening?
So supposedly, because I'm pretty sure you guys didn't talk about it last week, and it's
Definitely did not.
quote important news. So everyone remembers Belle Delphine. She was like selling her bathwater and making bank, and apparently she went to jail. Now, who knows if this is really true, but she graffitied a girl's car because she said that girl stole her hamster.
Wow.
And so she went to jail for like a couple days, I guess.
Jesus.
And she shared her photo for her mugshot. There we go. And it just looks like she stood in the rain.
What was she still taking her
There you
selfie
go.
lewd photos while in jail?
It looks like she was, quote, crying, but she's still like a hot, very young chick.
Yeah.
She's very young.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh, no.
You should feel
she's 19.
uncomfortable.
She's 19.
You should feel very uncomfortable.
4,000 patrons on...
Oh yeah, it's insane the amount of money
Like,
she's
if
getting.
I could reach for that thirst, I definitely still wouldn't do it.
I got some of that bathwater right here.
Ew. Oh my god. The Instagram page is even suspended.
Is she actually suspended now?
Or is that a clone? Because I know a lot of people try to like fake being her and clone her account and crap.
I hate the world sometimes.
True.
I don't think she's suspended. Nope, she's fine. Oh, that's her Twitter.
Belle Delphine. Oh, Jesus.
She has not posted on her Twitter since October 7th either.
So maybe she did get locked up.
It might be possible.
Either that or she's just making like fake drama and stuff just for
that's my theory.
Am I ruining...
That's the whole reason she did the bathwater thing.
Oh, he went to her Patreon.
The Patreon, because I want to see how many... She has 2,400 patrons. And the minimum is $1. So she's getting minimum $2,400 a month. Minimum.
And she definitely hides how many she has on each thing. That is a thing you can hide as a Patreon owner.
And that is not her only source of income, because she's also selling bathwater.
And I bet she's got YouTube. I mean, she has a YouTube, but I bet she gets royalties. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, royalties on YouTube. Her goal is 4,500.
She's still probably actually making money on her Pornhub videos too.
Yeah, and she doesn't actually do porn.
No.
Coming soon. Her Instagram says coming soon on it.
They're just all lewd videos. They're not actual porn, so it's kind of.
You know,
I mean,
more power for her, man. Feed those freaking incels.
I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just jealous. But
Yeah,
not.
like
Like, I wish I was that kind of, like, hot, but at the same time, not, because I don't want that kind of gross guys. I don't want, but, like, do you get where I'm
It's
coming
more
from?
than just how, like
if I could
blatantly
manipulate the
she's
system?
just, like, thirst trapping all of them.
she's just toying with everybody. That's the only part I like about it. Is like she knows the
I
market.
respect.
She knows like how thirsty people are, and she's like literally like catering to it in such a way that she can profit very, very well.
Yeah.
I
The
respect
thing is,
that.
her Pornhub stuff isn't even lewd. It's the
No.
titles are lewd.
Yeah.
As long
That's
as
it.
there's transparency and she's not hoodwinking anybody, that, is. I'm all about, no sex shaming here. Maniacs. Sex work is real work. And as long as no one's being tricked, as long as, like, she's not hustling, I am all for it. I'm all for that.
She got herself a good gig. She nailed that niche.
It is quite the headline, though. Freaking Bathwater Bay. Credit to you. I already forgot her name.
Belle.
Okay, whatever. Moving on. This is the break. I'm going to talk about this 3 times tonight. This is the second time. Remember, Salttier is helping throw bonus round 2.
Bonus.
Tekken edition. That'll be November 23rd at Trinity Nightclub in Pioneer Square, Seattle. Just to watch it is only $5 for the venue fee. You can enter for just 10, and the prize pool is $300. We're gonna have a lot of fun there and take pictures and be part of the scene. Come and meet the podcasters. Come and meet Keith the Boogie. Come and hang out and have drinks at the bar next door. Like, it's gonna be freaking fun. We're gonna figure out
The best way
lot.
to spend a Saturday night.
It's gonna be fantastic, and it's early. Like, you can come and hang out at a game tournament and then go out. So remember, mark the date, November 23rd, and also mark the drinks. This is Voodoo Ranger by New Belgium, employee owned.
Wait.
Hashtag live
Hold the box or
rangerously. Thank you,
something.
Lauren.
I can't reach.
All right, you can catch them at New Belgium PNW, at New Belgium, or you could follow the hashtag Voodoo Ranger, and that'll give you a lot of the products that are going on. Hey, Fun Zelda in the house. Okay,
Woot, woot.
moving on. Do you want to do BlizzCon or PDX LAN first?
Well, BlizzCon happens first, so
Okay, first outro topic, and it's pretty juicy. Let's talk about BlizzCon and why it's such a big deal this year.
well, obviously we've been talking all the controversy stuff, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So like I said, I may or may not have bought a dedicated T-shirt, and I'm gonna go watch the Hong Kong team.
May is Bay.
It has May on it, yes.
Yeah,
It also has Hong Kong on it.
yeah.
I'm totally not protesting in person.
I'm absolutely protesting in person. Loud and Brown supports the Hong Kong protesters, and to hell with mainland China.
Yeah.
That's essentially what the T-shirt says, but in less words.
Okay, tight.
Yeah, but it has a picture of me on it, so it's really cute too.
Are you bringing a pot of honey just in case the president stops by?
Highly doubt he will.
Hey, you never. It's crazy because he actually stopped by the high school like a block from my mother's house a couple years ago.
Jesus.
What president?
The Chinese president.
Weird.
So,
Yeah,
Maniacs.
he made a tour in the United States, and it started like literally 2 blocks from my house.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I know where that place is.
Yes. We got quarantined.
Tacoma.
They quarantined the whole neighborhood. They literally had roadblocks on every single street. We were not allowed to enter or leave the neighborhood. Like, people coming home from work couldn't even get to their houses.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
So, Maniacs, it's the thing that makes things even more so. And, like, let's get Tencent out of this.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the president in general. He has recently been quoted saying these crazy things like, attempts to divide China will end with, and I quote, thank you, Business Insider, crushed bodies and shattered bones. He said this. He said this on October 13th. And that's not the only thing. And,
That's
you
just
know,
a week ago.
he also added that external forces supporting the Chinese division will be deemed by the Chinese people as pipe dreaming. And it just, if you Google this, like, you know, there's a little thing called Google. You can look, and there's just so much going on that he's been saying. And
There's
it's freaking creepy.
one huge thing I wanted to bring up that I forgot about earlier with this controversy between China and Hong Kong. The specific location that this whole thing is happening. There's a city on both sides. So there's Hong Kong, obviously, on the Hong Kong side. And on the China side is Shenzhen. And what people don't realize, these are the two largest ports in the entire world for electronics. Okay. So talking about gaming specifically, because that's what we are. We got the new Xbox. We got the PS5. You know, they're both in the pipeline right now. There's possibly a Switch Pro in the pipeline as well. Where the hell are they all made? And even if they're not made there, where do all the components come from? You got resistors, transistors, diodes. You got the chips and all that other stuff. They're all literally manufactured in one of those two cities. And if shit goes down, that's right there, ground zero. All electronics in the world, no more production anywhere.
I mean, and then all you get is, I think Japan is next.
For production?
Yeah.
Well, no, components, no.
No?
The individual components, as far as I know, are only made in those two locations.
Okay.
As far as the assembly locations, you have Japan, Taiwan, Singapore.
Okay.
But the components themselves, I believe, are only Shenzhen and Hong Kong.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, so we're looking literally worldwide outage of electronics of every device, not just gaming consoles, but PCs, TVs, phones, smart devices.
And most clothing.
Yes, also, plus industrial machinery to produce other things. Mm-hmm. So we're talking like worldwide economic chaos if this goes down. Not just one little gamer kid. This is like literally worldwide catastrophe if things go down.
I'm all for it. I'm all for reform. I'm down with it. I 100% am. The WTO shouldn't have happened in 99.
That was right here.
It was right here. And Maniacs, you could go Google it. They actually made a quasi-documentary, like, based on a true story movie about it called Battle in Seattle.
Cool.
And they talked about the WTO, and it was basically lifting certain taxes and tariffs and stuff on Chinese products, which is why they've ballooned over the last 20 years. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying we got to... It's not just China, it's the American companies, too. You got to keep all that
You got to keep
on
it in check.
lock.
You got to keep it in check.
You got to keep that in check. Otherwise, stuff like this happens where you have one country in charge of all the components of modern electronics. Like that's not safe. Especially when, you know, the government is involved so much with the products. Hashtag, you know, make electronics universal again. I don't know.
That's one of the big controversies in Europe too right now because all this software is done in the United States. But anyway, bringing this back around, this is all about BlizzCon, right? Because that's basically what's going down. We got the Hong Kong team. They're still coming to BlizzCon.
Yeah.
I'm really, really hype about that.
It's going to be tight.
Who are they, do we know who they're playing against?
No, because they have to go through a seeding round first.
Oh, okay.
And the seeding round should be this week coming up.
Okay. I just feel like that'd be really funny.
I'm really curious about where they're playing
the
it.
stadium is full.
Yeah, I'm really, really curious about where the seeding round is going to be played now. Because
totally.
The Blizzard Arena doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if you caught that in the news.
Right.
Oh, what?
The Blizzard Arena has been taken apart because all the teams are playing in their home cities now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair.
So that's some news that's going to be going on for Overwatch next year. But in the interim, like, we don't have the arena to play games right now.
Yeah, I mean, knowing them, there's like an entire hall at the Anaheim Convention Center that they can convert in like a day. Like,
Okay.
they
Well,
have
That's where they play the finals or
Yeah.
like the last several rounds. So they could just be playing everything there,
Sure.
or they could always just be using like the Staples Center or something else. Who knows? Or just some small back room. Because
Okay.
I don't know if they're public or not.
As the BlizzCon virgin again in the room, attending with you, are we going to be on the Blizzard campus or
No.
Okay.
No, we're at the Anaheim Convention Center,
Okay.
which is across the street from Disneyland.
Yes.
And the convention center holds
And
everything.
hotel's across the street from that.
Yeah, and the convention center holds everything all in the one facility.
Okay, so we're just going to a convention center with overpriced
It's like a
food
normal convention.
and
but
lots of security.
It's like a normal convention except for it's one company. It was crazy when I first started going to BlizzCon because they only had 3 games.
How long have you been going?
This is only going to be my 4th time. I skipped several years.
Oh, okay.
I
When was
s-
your first one?
A long time ago. Like I said, they only had 3 games.
It was the 70s.
Pretty much. They
We're
had
all that old.
there was Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft, and technically World of Warcraft.
And I don't know if DARKAIN has noticed the chat because,
I can't.
because of the Facebook reasons, but we have Andrew and Charlotte pumping their fists at the Vancouver Titans for Overwatch League, to which I say, boo!
They lost fair and square.
Yeah, I'm a Gladiator fan through and through, even though we just lost hydration.
Dude, all the teams are just kind of getting shooken up right now.
I know, but we kept most of the core team. We have our Finnish players. We have our defense. Like, we just don't... Whatever. Okay, continuing on. Sorry, we're going on to closing statements in the last topic.
Well, you're also attending another convention the following week.
Yep.
Yeah, right after that, it's not so much a convention. It's BYOC, which is Bring Your Own Computer. It's a giant house LAN party down in quote-unquote Portland for PDX.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
It's not even Vancouver. That's
It's
technically Ridgefield, Washington.
It's like Battleground or something.
It's
like,
Ridgefield.
It's Ridgefield. It's like all the way. It's Farmfield. It's in Farmfield, Washington. So basically, traditionally, it was 550 people at the old location. They got too big. They moved to this new farm area. It's at the fairgrounds. So they upped it to 850 people. This time, though, they've added in 6 special seats. They now have they're double size of the normal seats. They're specific to Twitch streamers. So if you want to come in and bring in...
That's how James is going.
And so if you have like a fancy lighting setup, you're allowed to do all that because you're not like blinding your neighbors with your lights, because these are like against a wall and they're by themselves. And so it's a new experiment they're running at this LAN to try to get some streamers in there to play some games too. Even though like a lot of us already stream Twitch in there, but this allows you to bring in if you want to do double rigs. So if you have like your streaming rig and a gaming rig, and if you want to bring in your fancy lights and all your sound equipment and all that fun stuff. So it's a little experiment they're running. But yeah, so in a couple weeks we got PDX LAN. They always have the largest prize pool of any LAN.
It's so big.
So big.
At one LAN, it was $250,000.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not cash; it's all hardware.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's sponsorships from AMD, Intel, Nvidia, Corsair. Like you name a company, like EVGA was there, MSI. You name big hardware
Compaq?
that would be HP, thank you very much. Compaq has not existed in 20 years.
Do they have Dell?
No. I don't think they've had Alienware yet.
Oh.
That would be nice. But it's usually the component companies, not the assembled companies.
Okay,
I basically see the AMD purple-haired chick
Andrew Koch.
Every
everywhere.
time.
It's huge.
No. I see
She goes
her
to all of our cons, yeah.
all the conventions. She was at the Borderlands event.
Yeah.
So she saw me get a tattoo, and she recognized me at this point because she see me in my Lilith cosplay last PAX, and then she saw me half Lilith at this PAX.
I call them connies because they're carnies, but they go to conventions instead. And we all know each other. It's great.
And she's
So yeah, if you like to win hardware, and the thing is, it's not winner wins the hardware either. They do random drawing, so they do based on participation more than actual winning.
Okay.
So you can randomly win anything from a water bottle to a graphics card. You can randomly win out of the a draw pool, and you can also win for actually winning.
Yeah, because I walked away with like a $200 video card once. I got a $150 headset.
Nice.
I've walked away with the giant computer cases.
Woo!
Holy hell, were those things big?
I got the
So
glowy
Maniacs.
mouse pad. That's all I got.
Maniacs, the event in question is called PDX LAN Fall 2019.
You cannot get a ticket.
It's
if you
sold
go
out?
if you go on their forums, there's ticket exchange, and people sell them at or under face value.
Nice. And it is November 7th. In Ridgefield, Washington.
But if we go for the spring 2020, please go to the spring 2021 for my 30th birthday.
Oh yeah, this thing is super sold out.
Also,
Yeah.
one quick note about
Those
the fall
tickets
one.
go on sale during Fall LAN.
One other note about Fall LAN. If you just want to show up and just look around, they have $10 one-day passes that don't get you a seat, but they get you in the door.
That's
Nice.
That's new. So
super new.
So we have a lot of friends that are coming up and just dropping the $10 so they can walk in the door. And
Hang out.
if they're your friend, they can sit at your seat.
Nice.
So like I said, a lot of people want to check out my new rig. So
Andrew Cook got a keyboard and mouse that you gave him.
Yeah, I gave him some hardware.
No, hardware.
Yeah, so like when I get extra stuff that I don't need, I just go like, "Hey friends, you need hardware?"
Hey, friends.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Hey, DARKAIN, how can people find you?
DARKAIN.
At DARKAIN. No
Oh.
Vince Rants?
I'm not really doing the Vince Rants thing. I haven't been posting on there as much. I haven't been ranting as much.
You and your 4,000 likes haven't been doing anything?
I
Same
didn't,
with that and Cospics.
I didn't even know about that. I knew about the Cosmics, like I didn't know about the Vince Rants ones. But yeah, if you go on, it's I believe DARKAINMX on Twitter and DARKAIN on Instagram are the two things I'm most social on. Especially if you go look on Instagram right now, because I just did a road trip through Eastern Washington. All of my recent posts are all Bob Ross photos, like just gorgeous, gorgeous happy trees everywhere. It was so amazing this past weekend.
Fall is the most beautiful season.
Here anyway, not
Yes.
everywhere.
You have a Patreon?
I did for like a week and then I gave it up.
You just haven't updated your Facebook because you don't have it.
I don't have Facebook anymore, and I have 0 Patreons, and I just gave up on it, and I got a real big boy job.
I think it's called Patrons.
Lamedrions? I don't give a damn.
You can follow my Patreon for $5 a month and see pictures of me at age 13 as a beginner baby model.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of weird. God.
Babysage.
No, for $5 you get to see like my old like if you're a beginner model and you want to learn how to be better or you want to just see what looks bad on people, follow at $5 a month and look at my really awkward photos where
They're
I'm trying to hide
hilarious.
some brace face.
They are very hilarious because you posted one, I think, on like Instagram or Twitter.
Oh
or something.
yeah, no, I've
I was busting a gut looking
Oh,
at
I
those.
couldn't stop laughing when I was posting them. Oh my god. I think I sent like 8 of them to my girlfriend. I was just like, please look at these. I am a stupid face.
Okay. Where else can the Maniacs follow you?
Who, me?
Yes.
Sagebell on Twitter, sagebell_model on Instagram, sagebell.model on Facebook because it wouldn't let me switch back. And look at that face.
Oh, Babysage.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, so if you also can follow Sagebell Creations on both Facebook and the Instagrams. It's my photography page that I pretend to update, but I really never do. But if you want to just troll me on Patreon, again, that's
Add her Patreon.
/Sagebell.
Add her
$5
Patreon.
a month. Just $5 a month. You
$5.
can troll me.
Add
If
her
you're paying
Patreon.
$50 a month, you're just going to see me naked, and it's not cool.
It's very cool.
That's a way to sell yourself.
I was like, and the opposite way of how Dell.
Yeah,
she posts herself.
it's very cool. All right, Maniacs. This is Loud and Brown. I'm at Loud and Brown on Instagram and Twitter. I talk too much and I post probably way too much. And thank you for listening to Salt Tier episode 47. You can find us at Instagram at salt_tierpod. Same thing with Twitter. Facebook, we just have. Facebook is just Salt Tier Podcast.
All one word.
Yeah, please like, subscribe, and everything. We also have, remember, Bonus Round Seattle. That's how we do our events. Thanks again to Craving Amazing for doing that with us. And I believe we're going to get some collaborations with New Belgium, maybe. We're in talks with
Fingers
Lauren.
crossed.
Fingers crossed. And thanks again to New Belgium Pacific Northwest. Thank you, Lauren. Live dangerously. Woo!
I'm living rangerously with
Yeah,
this
you're living
IPA.
dangerously right now. Remember, if
9%.
you don't catch the live stream on Facebook, you can find our podcast on the soundcastingnetwork.com. And that also has the Glow Up. That also has How to Be a Better Drinker. So many beautiful podcasts that go on. Some of them central to Seattle, some of them global, if we're going to be completely honest about that. So follow that on the Spotify, of which we are also on. Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play.
You said you got them uploaded to the YouTubes.
Oh, yeah. And, well, I didn't, but London with a Y, thank you, now has a YouTube channel. You can look for Salt Tier Podcast on YouTube and catch all the video streams.
Nice.
As gnarly as they are. It's just a little easier of an interface than trying to find our videos on our Facebook page. It's
Oh
just
yeah, YouTube is much better. Go check
All
it
right.
out.
I want to thank Wazoo's very, very own We got Keith the Boogie. Hey! And I want to thank everybody here at the Soundcasting Network. I want to thank DARKAIN for coming in. Woo! We need to get you way more awesome and the lovely and intelligent and so talented Sage Bell. Sage Bell. What was that? You're just blowing up.
She's blowing out the candles.
Oh, I see. And this has been at Loud and Brown. And please, remember to follow all of us. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned for bonus round Tekken. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm going to fight.
This has been a production of the Soundcasting Network. Thank you kindly. Woo!
I go over there. Turn it on.
30 seconds away from that being an hour. How's that?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I don't know. It still says